Hi guys, my name's Marissa and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I make videos about lifestyle, things like cooking, cleaning, parenting, just general motivation to help other moms feel like they are not alone and they too can get it all done. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so that you don't miss when I upload. In today's video, I will be taking you through how I do meal prepping as well as making dinner and part of my evening cleaning routine. I always like to start cooking in a clean kitchen, especially if I'm going to be doing some meal prep. On this particular day, I was using up some overripe bananas I had to make banana chocolate chip muffins. So I was just spraying down the counter to make sure that there wasn't any crumbs before I got started with the muffin recipe. My kids really like to help and be involved in the process.
No.
Don't put that in your mouth. It has eggs in it. Mix it. You mix it. Oh.
Like, can I bite it?
No, you cannot bite it.
Oh.
I have shown those muffins a ton of different times on my channel, but that's because we truly do make them every single week and my kids devour them. I made enough in that particular evening to last for a couple of weeks, so I put half of the batch into the freezer. Another thing that I like to do anytime I have the heel of bread is to cube it up, put it onto a greased baking sheet, add some seasoning, and then bake it in the oven to make homemade croutons. On this particular day, I'm just spraying it with some avocado oil, and I'm going to be adding garlic powder as well as some onion salt that I pick up at Trader Joe's. I then just stick it in a 325-degree oven until the croutons are crispy. For dinner this night, I was making a homemade potato salad. We are trying to not go to the grocery store for anything that isn't essential. Ordinarily, I do 2-week grocery hauls at a time. However, because we are really trying to be mindful about when we go out, how often we go out, and where we go, I'm trying to use up all of the items that we have in our fridge, our freezer, and our pantry, and hold off going to the grocery store for as long as possible. I purchased some ribs when I was at Trader Joe's a couple of weeks ago, and we are cooking those up as well.
We are just kind of winging this potato salad based on what we have on hand. I'm going to be adding some mayonnaise, mustard, celery salt. I love adding celery salt to potato salad, as well as some leftover bacon that we have from breakfast.
I also found some pickles that were in my refrigerator and decided to chop up a couple small pickles and add that into the potato salad as well. This was a really easy to put together dish, but made a huge portion and will be enough for not only this dinner, but also to serve for a couple of lunches throughout the week. Ordinarily, my husband doesn't even like potato salad, but he commented on how tasty this was and suggested that I make it again. What are your guys' favorite things to add to your potato salad recipe? If you have things that you add in that you think really just add a lot more flavor to your potato salad, go ahead and comment them down below. I swear, now that we are home all the time, I am doing dishes way more often than I was before. I used to only do dishes once a day, so I would run my dishwasher every night and then I would unload it in the morning. I'm finding that now that all three kids are home and they're eating all of their meals and all of their snacks at home, sometimes I'm having to run the dishwasher multiple times throughout the day. On this particular evening, it was a weekend, so my husband had also been home all day, and we were running the dishwasher before finishing dinner so that we would be able to then unload it and add the dinner dishes that evening. This is what the ribs look like after they've been in the oven. We just put a basic seasoning blend on them and then cooked them in the oven. I think he cooked them for about an hour on 225. Now he's just adding some barbecue sauce to the bottom of the pan. You can see that's what our croutons look like when they're done. We're just gonna slice up the ribs and let them cook in the barbecue sauce for about another 30 to 45 minutes. We normally use the same rib recipe every time we're making it. However, it has a lot of ingredients and we did not have everything on hand to go with that specific recipe. So we're just kind of winging it this evening. We're using a bottled jar of barbecue sauce instead of making our own from scratch and just using seasonings that we already had in the pantry. And see, he's gonna go ahead and add the sauce that rendered off of the ribs while it was cooking in the oven into the pot, as well as just some of this Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I was looking, a lot of times we'll add wine or bourbon, and we didn't have that in the house, but we did have some of this Tennessee Fire whiskey. So we decided just to add the rest of this bottle in with the ribs as well, added a little bit of water and let them simmer on the stove top. Once the ribs came out of the oven and were on the stove top, as well as our croutons, I went ahead and scooped our muffin mixture into the pan and stuck that in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. I have a recipe for these on my channel. I'll go ahead and link them in a card above. Once our muffins came out, dinner was ready. I just sliced up the ribs and served it with a side salad with our croutons as well as some of the potato salad. In the evening, we divide and conquer. So one parent will take the kids, put them in the bath, put on their pajamas, brush their teeth, get them all ready for bed while the other person cleans up the kitchen. We don't necessarily have one person that does each role each night, just kind of depends on how we're feeling. If one person's emotional about doing one thing over the other. This particular evening, my husband was getting the kids ready for bed and I was cleaning up the kitchen and the front of the house. I'm just finishing up the dishes and getting them all loaded so that I can run them for the evening and they'll be ready to unload in the morning. If at all possible, I try to fill up my dishwasher and run it every night. I find that if I start the day off with an empty dishwasher, it makes it way easier for me throughout the day to make sure that dishes are not stacking up in the sink. I like to let my younger kids play near the kitchen when we are getting dinner ready for the evening. So I am just going to go ahead and pick up the toys that they were playing with, put them back in their respected locations, and then give the kitchen, the living room, and the dining room a vacuum. We have a German Shepherd and she sheds like crazy. If I am not on top of vacuuming my house, the dog hair will seemingly take over. I try to do this at least one time per day. It isn't always in the evening, but at some point throughout the day, I try to run this little stick vacuum through all of the house and make sure that the hair is off of the floor. If you found this video helpful or motivating, please subscribe to my channel and turn on bell notifications so that you don't miss when I upload. You can see that there is a link above for you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well as watch other videos that I have filmed. I hope that you are all staying happy and healthy. Bye.